Mark Seither, PCI Solutions Architect with HPE. The cloud makes it easy, right? Sure, kinda. You don't care about money. Right? But that's the truth. Because at the end of the day, every single one of these points is something that's true and legitimate, right? People over-provision GPU resources and they don't pay attention to it. They'll put long-running jobs up with no checkpointing, right? And so if that job fails, it's a 10-hour job, it fails in the 9th hour, you lost all that work and you got to go rerun it again, right? You've got things like the data piece is crazy because no one, it seems, in the cloud is a good corporate citizen. If anyone's ever noticed that, people will always do the worst possible thing that they can do. So I've seen people serving static web pages from DynamoDB, like very expensive storage for doing nothing, right? And people are like, well, why did you do that? I don't know, look cool, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense. And so there's not a lot of great corporate citizenship, and that extends into people spin up instances, and guess what? They never kill them, right? So those are big problems because when you start realizing that, like, I have an oil and gas company that I met with, you would know them, and they said our operational costs are 10 times what we thought they were going to be. We thought on this particular thing that they were doing, they said we thought we were going to spend $1.2 million in the cloud. Instead, it's costing us about $12 million a year. They also said in the same breath that we don't care because it works. So I thought that was interesting, but not every company is making that type of money where they can just not care about 10x cost over what they thought it was going to be. And so these are very important conversations to talk about and to have. And this is the only one of these, I promise, right? But the IDC report about HPE's position, right, in this private cloud market is very strong, right? For our private cloud, these manufactured AI systems. Ultimately, and I have a lot of slides that they're draft slides, so I couldn't bring them up and show you. I tried to distill into something that I can talk to you about. The other ones, I'm sure I'll be able to talk about soon, if somebody says yes. There's cost savings to be had. Most of the cost savings, it gets better with the larger systems over what you would have, but you can expect to see somewhere between like a 30 and 60% reduction, averaging around 45-ish% in cost savings over doing this in the cloud. And there are lots of, all of the graphics that I have, there's certain things like when you're talking about running a Llama 3.3 70 billion model full bore for X amount of time, right? These are some of the assumptions that we can make. But when you go apples to apples for what it would cost to run these models against this hardware in the cloud versus doing it with us, it always works out in our favor. It works out most in our favor when it's something that you manage inside of your own data center. If you want to do it with like co-location, right? Because we have co-location partners. You can do it there. It adds about a 10% overhead, but there's still lots of cost savings to be had there. And some of the places of savings that like you might not see, especially if you're doing this against like, let's talk, you're going to build it and DIY it and do it yourself. You have to have the teams and the resources to be able to do all of this stuff, right? So from the infrastructure layer all the way to people who are going to install, configure all the software, you've got to have teams to support each piece of that stack. Can get you away from all of that and get you away from the development time that it takes to do all of that. So these are my charts. One of the charts. And I have 32 minutes to probably show you guys 32 minutes worth of a very compelling demo that I built. And I am proud of it. So in closing, for this component, this piece of it, fast time to value. Complete control over the security, data sovereignty. We haven't touched on that a whole lot, but I am less than 100% sold that all of these companies that are very heavily incented to continue to grow and learn with their models, I'm less than inclined to take their word that my data is not going to end up somewhere downstream in a following training cycle. I know they come out with those agreements that say they're not going to use my data. There's, I think it was today actually. I read there's an inquiry being launched into some of these models and the trading behind them. So it very much better for me to just have it all within my four walls, and I know it's going to stay there. It's on this box that I can physically look at, see, or it's in a colo. Predictable costs. This can be bought, interestingly, it can be bought either CapEx or OpEx, right? So you can do this as a subscription where you buy and then you have flexibility for capacity with GreenLake, right? So with our GreenLake construct, if you're familiar with it, is essentially you can have like reserve capacity, but then you can have extra space that you can bump into that you don't pay for until you use it.
So those GPUs, CPUs that aren't turned on until you need them? Or where do you get that capacity from?
Yeah, like we would put extra capacity on the floor for you.